bring up though. It was your birthday last week, so happy birthday.
2 weeks ago.
Oh, 2 weeks ago, sorry. But it's been the second time now, because you liked the gift quite a bit, so you went back again.
Yeah.
I got you a float tank thing, because you talked about you really wanted to try it and things like that. I guess you liked it because you went yesterday as well.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Well, the first time I did it was... it was a bit strange because I'm not ADHD or anything, but most of my life is just me constantly going forward, like go. Like, the only time I really slow down is when I go to sleep, really. So when I was in the float tank, it felt different to be just stopping and slowing down. It was because I have cochlear implants, because I lost my hearing when I was 3. I couldn't hear anything in the tank, obviously.
Yeah.
So when I was sitting and laying in there, I had these two massive, I had all these paintball shots all over my body, and I had to put Vaseline all over it.
You're not allowed to get any blood into the tank because of the Epsom salts in it, because someone comes in and it's perfectly safe because there's so much salt in there.
Yeah.
It'll probably kill anything in there.
Yeah.
But you've got to jump. Someone else has got to jump in after you, which is a bit gross to see blood moving around.
So my body stung for a good 15 minutes. Fucking stung.
Did you get any in your eyes?
Yeah, I had to get a towel, wipe my eyes. So the first 20 minutes took a while for me to calm down. And then I got into some weird state where it was just me and everything was just so quiet, and I was trying so hard just not to move and let myself just focus on my breathing. And that was the first time. There's always these different colours. It's kind of hard to remember because time goes by really quickly when you're into some sort of state where it's just you and your thoughts alone. So the first time I did it was where all these bright colours were on. I had the headrest and I had a little bit of the tank open. The time I did yesterday was with no lights on whatsoever. The tank completely closed.
Yeah. Again,
focusing on breathing. I think it was better for the first time I did it. Well, it was just the effect was different. Like the first time I did it, I came out. It was like that scene from X-Men Origins Wolverine when he gets all that adamantium injected into it. Just coming out of that day, it was like a massive recovery. I ran back to the gym, so I hit the bag for a good 30 minutes, and then it was good. I felt great, but when I came out of it yesterday, I was just like, okay, just chill, just done, and just slow, walking around, just being very, very calm. It was a lot more peaceful. It didn't really just sat. I went to mate's house afterwards, just sat on the couch for a little bit, had a talk, but it wasn't like there was anything that was on. There was a lot of things that have been on my mind lately that I don't want to talk about on the podcast. A lot of things that have been happening, but going inside that pod, it kind of just eliminated all those thoughts and just made me just focus on just being there in the moment. Yeah, and I think that's why it was so good, because when you're in the pod, you're not thinking about, I don't know, you got to think about bills. You think about bills you got to pay, or you got to think about things you got to do. You're just thinking about your breathing and being in the moment and just trying to relax. And that's why I think they're really good.
Because I did one originally. I think my family got me to do it because they've been talking about it. And I did it. I didn't get any, because you said you got crazy kind of visions and things like this.
Yeah, well, that was the first time. It was weird because it kind of gave me a glimpse into the future. Also possible, I don't know. It was a little bit hard to... maybe it's just what I wanted to believe. I mean, maybe it was just I wanted to think of myself. So maybe it gave me a way for me to influence the tank allowed me to sort of influence myself, or allow myself to think about the future or how I want it to look.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was just that ability to calm down, and I felt like it actually healed me, because I remember it was a time that week I hadn't really slept that much, and it felt like an hour nap or a short nap in that day, and it healed me up, and it kind of brought me up, sort of recharged me a little bit. That's all I can say.
Right. See, with me, I didn't really get a whole lot of visions, but I got clarity, and your sense of time is so off. Sense of time is so strange in a float tank. It's very because they go for an hour. They go on for an hour. They give you a bit of music beforehand. It's 10 minutes of music. The lights are on. Then it's about 40 minutes. Lights off and music is off. And then you've got 10 minutes, and that's supposed to bring you back out. And then you get out. We got really cool showers with a shit ton of really. I used all the soap.
Yeah, me
all
too.
The complimentary soap. All the nice. It smelled so good. I smelled like a fruit garden afterwards. It was brilliant. I didn't, from my experience, I didn't get. It is almost like a trance state, but it's like clarity and calm, and I think the normal kind of anxiousness or kind of like erraticness of your mind, not erratic nature of your mind is going on. It kind of dissipates that. It's also really cool just floating in the water. But I have long hair, so I have to put it. I've learned for next time, I have to make sure I put it up in one of those things a bit tighter, because some of it came out in the tank, and I tried to put my hand through it, and the salt had dehydrated my hair so much, it was so thick, I couldn't put my hand through it. It was pretty gross, but like, you know, it was a really interesting experience. It's like a trance, but it's more like very calm. You're not sleeping, but it's like a relaxing trance where it shuts off a lot of your senses. You know, it's shut off if you don't have the light on, you've shut off your visual perception, your visual sensory system.
You're in a state of serenity. That's the best way to put it.
A bit like that, yeah. You've turned off you can't really smell except for the salt. You can't really hear anything. Especially when you close the lid, you can't hear anything. You can't really touch anything. You won't really feel anything except the water, but because it's salt and salty water and you're just floating there, you don't really feel much either. So it's turned off a lot of your senses, and you can you just focus on your breath and chilling out, thinking about what goes on that day. I know I had something going on that day, and like, it was pissing me off. And I was able to just like think more clearly and be like, why am I being upset about it?
Yeah.
And then I got out and I was more chill, and I had a nice shower afterwards, and I felt it was nice. It was like because it was a really hot day that day I did it, and I went in and it's nice and cool, and there's a nice shower, and the pod's nice and it's not hot and it's not cold. It's up to you. It's your skin temperature, so you can't feel anything, and you're nice and buoyant, so you feel nothing. It is a really cool experience. I do recommend anyone to go on a float tank with me. Like, it's just like, it's different. The best way you can explain it is kind of like a really calm experience where you can be with your thoughts, but also your thoughts aren't as erratic. They're more calm and relaxed.
Mm-hmm.